Clemson game like we with Tate, obviously you played. How much better are you now prepared for a season than you were going into that game last year?
Wait, what was the question?
Clemson game, reflecting on how much better prepared you are now than you were a year ago.
Oh yeah, you know, Clemson game. I was a young freshman. You know, now I'm going into my second year with the offense. You know, I'm getting a little comfortable. Just recognizing signals. You know, I'm just able to process quicker than I was last year.
You came in with a pretty big smile on your face when you were walking over.
Yeah.
Have a good day of practice?
Yeah, something like that. More of like a nervous smile. You know, this is my first rodeo, so kind of nervous about that a little bit.
Well, tell us about your story. I mean, we heard about. I mean, you kind of an unheralded recruit. I mean, there's all these 5-stars around here, and you come in as a guy kind of under the radar and end up playing a starring role. How did you go from being that unheralded recruit to a starter at Georgia?
Just buying into the process that we go through every day. You know, Coach Kirby, the coaching staff, they have you know, they basically just every day we're working to get better. So, you know, I just bought into my role on the team, and, you know, it ended up working out.
Does Kirby on the microphone make a difference? He likes to call your name out. He calls out a lot of the great players to push you. Does it make a difference? Does it help?
Definitely. It's no slacking. Anytime you snack, it's Kirby on the microphone, and then on top of that, it's getting played throughout the whole neighborhood, so everybody know what you do wrong. So it's like, you know, try to just do right at all times.
Did that take getting used to at first for a young guy?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You know, high school, my high school we didn't have that. You know, it was just like a more one-on-one personal thing, but now it's like everybody knows. Everybody knows.
How would you kind of assess this young receivers room? Obviously, you came in with Jackson Meeks, another 3-star, and just what's his transition been like? Y'all moving around these past year or so?
You saying like
Jackson Meeks, and then just what you think about this young receivers room as a whole coming into this year?
I feel like we have a great coach. You know, he gives us the tools to win. And, you know, all of the receivers, you know, we kind of just buy into it. And like I said, play our role. And everybody's been progressing every day. And it's like you can see that. And, you know, it's just, you just gotta own it.
Well, we saw you at an All-Pro Dads event earlier this year. You know, obviously it's something you probably wouldn't have done a year ago. How has your life changed, you know, since last year? That was a big catch and a big game on a big stage. Can you quantify or can you explain kind of how your life has changed in the months since?
I say people just know who I am, I guess. Like they just know I made a catch in the game. Man. You know, it's just nothing really changed, to be honest. It's kind of like I'm still working. That's all I can say.
When you make that catch to put your team on top of the national championship, do you realize in the moment that it's one of the biggest plays this program has seen? And then how long did it take you after that game and the weeks following to be like, oh, this is going to be kind of a big deal around here?
I'd say in the moment I didn't, because it was just like everybody was just doing everything they could to come out with the W. And, you know, that's, like I said, playing my role. That's my number ended up being called, and you know, it was a great ball by Stetson. I was fortunate enough to make the catch, and you know, I say probably after, like when I got to my phone, that's when I realized, like, oh dang, like it's crazy. Like,
what was the overall experience like to be able to go to the national championship as a freshman?
What was the experience like?
Yeah, it was like the overall.
It's crazy. It's like a dream come true. It's like growing up, every kid that want to play football, like dreams of being on a stage like that. And It was crazy. I can't even explain it to this day.
So the fourth quarter of that game, they call the play, Alabama jumps off sides. Were you on the original play running a fly to the end zone, or did you know, hey, the offside's free play, I'm just going to go and see if Sutton throws it down here?
You saying? Are you saying?
On your touchdown, what was break the huddle? Did you know that you were going to end up running just a straight?
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, that was a play. We just went on a hard count.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed disciplined and was able to make the play.
What's been the biggest difference working with Coach B. Matt this year as your coach?
The biggest difference?
Yeah, I guess it's compared to last year. Not comparing coaches per se, but just what is it like working under Coach B. Matt?
B-Mac is a great coach. We had a great coach last year, and he just wants to see the best from us. So every day, that's like he's gonna demand the best, and if you don't give it to him, then it's gonna be like, why are you not? Like, you know what I mean?
I know Pickens was injured much of last year, but were you able to take anything from George, and do you follow him now and watch his NFL?
Definitely. Yeah, I was definitely able to pick up a couple releases, a couple top end route stuff that he did really well and that he still does really well. And yeah.
George said that he thinks that you have the potential to be what he could have been had he not gotten hurt last year. What does that mean to hear that, and what do you think that could mean potentially?
To be honest, I'm just focused on just day by day, brick by brick stuff. Just trying to be the best me I can for the team, and so I can just play the best role that I can.
In what ways can you get better as a receiver? What are you working out there on that practice field?
Working on getting open. Coach Kirby talks every day about strain, so working on straining the finished plays. Just everything.
You and Ladd are on the field obviously a lot at the same time. What's the chemistry like with you guys?
That's my dog, Mick Donkey. That's what we call him.
Donkey, now you got to explain that one now. What
Oh, Mick Donkey is like McConkey. He just plays the C with D, you know what I'm saying? But Ladd is, like I said, everybody in the room has been getting better every day. And it's like, Ladd was already a great player, and you put the hard work behind that and the dedication behind it, and good things happen.
How much more comfortable did you feel going through this fall camp compared to last year? You're a true freshman, just kind of learning the ropes.
I'd say I was more comfortable because last year, I was still trying to pick up the playbook. Like as I'm going through fall camp, now I kind of basically have that down, and so it's like once you get that down, the game kind of slows down for you a little bit. You start to be able to think about how you're going to execute the plays versus lining up like, oh snap, like do I have this route? Do I block? You know what I mean? So it was like, and then everything was going fast last year, so it was like,
How much special teams did you play before you got here? And how we hear Kirby talk about it in the room. Does he talk about it a lot there? And then just the outside blocking is another thing we always hear him harping on. I mean, being a receiver, that doesn't seem to be an inherent love of the position. How do you grow into that, I guess?
How do I grow into loving blocking?
Loving the blocking, loving the special teams.
I love when our team makes plays. So if I'm the person between the ball carrier and the defender, I'm gonna try to do my best to make sure that the ball carrier gets yards behind me, so that we can have an explosive play. And
How much does what Dom went through, getting back where he is, inspire the rest of the receivers? Dom Blaylock, what he went through with his injury and everything, come back. How does he inspire the rest of the receivers?
Don has a heck of a story. He tore, I think, his ACL twice, and like still to this day he's pushing through. Like I said, B-Mac always demands the best out of us, so he's trying to top out every day. So it's like to see a guy that went through so much like that, you know, it's kind of hard to say I'm not gonna do it.
What's your
Wow, he
relationship
pushed
like
through.
with Stetson Bennett, both on and off the field? From my point of view, you guys seem to be pretty tight. Just watching
Yeah,
you guys
my
hug each
guy.
other on the sidelines and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a good relationship. You know, we took a little road trip one time, like during the summer. So you know, I got a chance to grow with him. Our relationship to grow right there. But on the field, like just working on getting that connection every day. Like every day is a new day to get better.
What's the first thing that pops in your mind? Sorry. We're all thinking of the Stetson Bennett stories we eventually have to write. What's the first thing that pops in your mind when you think of Stetson?
The first thing that pops in my
Yeah,
mind?
just the first thing when you're thinking of Stetson, what's the first thing that pops in your mind about him? His personality or
That's my
his
dog.
style?
Like that's my guy right there. I say that's the first thing that pops up.
Where did you guys go on this road trip?
We went and did a signing together.
Oh, you did?
Yes,
What,
sir.
what have you seen from the freshman wide receivers this fall, and what kind of message are you sharing with some of them that may have to make an impact like you did last year?
So I said a question.
What have you seen from the freshman wide receivers in your group this fall, and what kind of message are you sharing with them? Because they may have to make an impact similar to what
Yeah.
you did last year.
I've been seeing a whole lot of great things. Guys flying around, a lot of plays being made. I just say the biggest thing is just pushing through. Like it's different when you come up here because it's like, oh, we just had a punt period. I was a missile. Now I gotta go line up and run a go route. It's like just push through it. Just taking one play at a time.
Is there any one of them in particular that you've kind of taken under your wing and said, hey, I'm going to bring you along?
Lil Dylan. Yeah, that been my dog since about knew him when he was in 6th grade. So, you know.
We have time for one more question.
We talked about Dom a few minutes ago. What have you seen from him as he goes through this fall camp?
He just been getting better every day, bro. Every day, brick by brick.
Thanks, everybody.